Learning every build Tejana style. Alright, Dallas, you ready to do this oil change? Yes, I'm enjoying this warmer weather. Oh, hey, welcome back to Jack of all trades, master of none. This is your host, Tejana Style. Don't hold it against me. So, welcome back. So, today we're enjoying this nice spring weather, and I'm going to be doing a oil change on this F-150 XLT 2011. I know most of you probably all know how to do a oil change, but we're going to go through the motions today. Might help somebody that's just starting out. And why am I doing it? I should be taking it to the shop, probably so, but they're backed up about 3 weeks and I'm about 2 weeks overdue. So I figured, well, it's already jacked up. It ain't gonna be too hard to climb under. So let's get this build started and let's check it out. So, first things first, don't flip your camera around. I'm laying on the ground. Yes, Dallas. I've been letting my truck sit because I had used it for work. So it's been sitting probably for an hour, hour and a half, so that you let the oil cool down. I say that because there's a reason I say that, because some people, you know, that oil will burn you. So the first thing I want to do, I put my pan down here under the drain plug, but I need to find out what size socket. And we'll move you up this way. See if you can. So it's right here. You can see that. This way I can point it out to you there. Well, right there is the drain plug. So you want to set your pan a little ways out because it's going to shoot out from there. So I want to check because I'm going to use my air wrench to, or my air gun rather. Oops. I need a better camera person. If Dallas would do something every now and then. Oh, sorry, Dallas. I forgot you were there. So, let's check the sockets and see what size it is. It fits pretty good, but it's got a little slack. That's a 5/8. So, let's see. Looks like that's what's going to be our socket there. It's a 5/8 to take that out. I like to bring my tools down here so that I don't have to get up and down and waste time. So looks like the 5/8 is the one that fits it the best, or fits it rather. So you'll make sure you got your compressor on. This makes it a lot easier, and make sure your gun is going the right way. Alright, so I'm going to move the pan out of the way just a little bit, get situated under here where I can get my hands to it. I don't know if you can see, probably not. But we're going to put the gun on it. And I loosen it up to where I can do it by hand, so I can make sure the pan is in the right spot. So I'm hoping you get, oh, that's still pretty tight in there. Wow. Alright, well, we'll hit it again. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Yep, and then of course, Make sure your pan's in the right spot. Yep. And then let it drain. And I forgot my rag, because I usually like to bring it down here to wipe the bolt off and set it out of the way. I don't like to leave it in the pan. So we're going to let that drain, alright? Alright, so it has drained. Let's see if you can see. Right up. Goodness. There. Right here. Alright, I'm going to wipe the excess oil off of it. It'll burn off, but the less smoke is better. And right here. Hopefully y'all can see this. Sorry. So now I'm going to put the bolt back in. Let me see if I can get it. Give me a second. Like I said, I need a better camera person. But I wiped it clean of the oil and of all debris. I'm going to put it back in. Yes, Dallas, I'll show them if you would get down here and help me, but you're not. So, there we go. Let me find that rag. I know y'all probably can't see everything I'm doing, and I'm sorry for that, but I pushed the pan aside. And let's make sure we change the direction of this air gun. And let's tighten this baby back up. Alright. I'm not going to hit it too much because you could break the bolt off. So, now I'm going to wipe it again, get whatever excess off. I'm going to try to show you, hopefully, you can see right there. I put it back in. So, now we move up to the top. Oh no, now we're not. Now we're going to move on to the filter. So, bear with me. Sorry, this is probably the worst camera that I've done. So the filter is right up here. Oh goodness, it's dark. Hold on. So if you can see, I hope, right there is a filter, but what's neat about this thing is it's like a little chute or a little drain. So I'm going to set the pan under this when I take that off. I'm going to take this off. Oh, that off. Right here. I know it's hard to see. Sorry, it got dark. But it's got a little filter, a little pan. And I'm going to put my pan under it so that whatever comes out of it will drain into the pan. So while it's dripping down there, you can see I finally did get the filter off, but I'm fixing to show you something. I can get in here in some light. That was a pain in the butt. This is why we pay mechanics to do stuff. So, I have a ratchet filter remover that you hook up to a 3/8 ratchet. But so the ratchet I use, first of all, it's got a bent handle and it swivels. Because that, my friends, was a pain in the butt to get off. You had to get it just right to loosen it and put it on. So, sorry that I didn't show you. Didn't have enough hands to try to use that and do the camera. But now I'm going to put the filter back on, and then we're going to fill this baby back up, alright? So just know that if you're going to do this at home, see how that ratchet does? Because you have to get in there, and you have to put it to the top where it doesn't hit any hoses, don't do anything, and the extension. And you must have a ratchet filter remover. So, let me finish this build the Honda style. So now that everything's drained, everything's clean, we're going to go right here. Let's see if you can see. To the oil cap. And I'm going to take it off. Put it to the side. And then I'm going to get a funnel. And I'm going to pour the oil in it. Alright, so I'm using this 2011. Calls for a 520 weight. So it takes, I think, 7.1 liters or so. 7.1 gallons or quarts. So I'm going to put this 5 gallon in there. Let's hope we don't spill it, because everything on this truck is a little difficult, obviously. So you might want a better funnel than I have, because it's just a short-necked one. But I'm going to give it a try. So here we go. Oh, it worked. Because you don't want to get that oil on the battery. So what's doing so good? But so I'm gonna put the 5 quart in it, and then I bought some extra quarts. 3 extra quarts actually. So we'll put that in there, and then I like to turn them up and let them rest for a minute so that they drain everything out of it. Okay, I'm gonna get the other 3 quarts, put them in, then we can crank her up. Alright, so we've put the 5 quarts in. It calls for 7.7. So I'm going to show you right here, I hope, on the right side of the truck, if you're coming from the front of the truck, right here. Oh goodness, I hope we have enough light. And my camera's, or I'm doing what's supposed right here is a dipstick, so I'm going to check it. I don't have enough hands to hold the camera and do. I'm going to check it before I even put any more oil into it. We put 5 quarts already. It calls for 7.7. Once we do that, then I'll show you how to reset the computer that you've done an oil change. Alright? Let's finish this build. Well, you can see the top of the funnel a little bit right here. So I put the 5 quarts in. Take 7.7. Sorry about that little incident, but I thought it was a good blooper to put in. So I'm going to add another quart. And what I was saying was that I checked the dipstick before I did anything, because it's been sitting. So this will be 6 quarts. Take 7.7. I bought 8. So I'll let that drip in there just a little bit. I'm not going to let it sit like the big one, but at 5 quarts, I want all the oil I can get. Isn't that right, Dallas? Hell yeah. Alright, so that is 6. Let me grab the next one. That'll be 7 full ones. And then I'm going to let it sit for a minute, and we'll check it again. And I'll see if I can't put this camera somewhere so you can see me checking it. But same concept as yesterday. You want to make sure you get all the oil in it without dropping it somewhere. But I'll check it after it sits for, well, I'll smoke a cigarette. That'll be 3 to 4, maybe 5 minutes with me smoking a cigarette. So, there we go, and then I'll get the camera somewhere so we can see it and we can check it. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to change the computer reset thing, or the computer reset, for the oil change when you do it yourself. So, let me flip the camera around. I'll have to change it so that we can do that. So, coming back to you. So, you put the key in the ignition, turn it on. Sorry, I hope you can see this. I know there's a lot of lights. So, there we go. That's better. Scroll down to Settings and hit OK. Go to Vehicle and hit OK. Oh, there's Oil Life Reset. Hit OK. And then Set to 100%. Hit OK. And then back out of it. Okay? So, now, I'm going to crank it up and let it run for a couple minutes and let the oil change, or the oil filter, sorry. The oil filter fill up with oil and let it run for a minute, and then I'll give it a couple minutes to let it cool off so I can check the amount that's in it. Because I'm still maybe be short 7 liters because I put 7 quarts because it calls for 7.7. So we'll run it for a few minutes and then I'll check it again and put a little oil in it. Alright, so we're going to check the oil. I hope that this, no, it's not. I'm so sorry. Check how everything is. Let's see. I have put the dipstick in down here again. So let's see. Gotta clean it because it's been in there since it's running, and I put new oil in it. We'll put it back. Said that hole is right behind the second spark plug, up right above the. It shows almost full, so I'm gonna drive it like that tomorrow and see where it's at. It's not low oil, so it's not gonna hurt the engine. I'll drive it tomorrow, and I'll give you the update about it. I put just about 7.7 liters in it, so I'm going to wipe it off. And I'm going to call this another good bill for Tejana style. How about that? I'm taking this baby to work tomorrow because it's supposed to rain and I need it. So, there we go. That's how you do an oil change on a 2011 and reset the computer. Another good bill with the Tejana style. Don't hold it against me.